Hi students, I'm teacher Loma and welcome to this lesson on anger. Students, I'm sure you already know what anger is, but this video will help us understand it better. So sit back, relax and watch carefully. We all have emotions. Emotions are strong feelings like fear, joy, anger or sadness. Depending on the people we are with or the situation we are in, we feel these emotions. For example, we feel really sad when our favorite toy breaks, or we feel overjoyed on our birthdays. Animals too feel these emotions. However, we react differently from animals. This is because we can think correctly and animals cannot. If they see a plate of rice when they are hungry, they will go and eat it. On the other hand, we will try to find out whose it is and whether it is good or bad. It is very natural for humans to get angry. We feel angry when someone makes fun of us or when we have to stop a game at the best part. It makes us really mad when we try our best but cannot make our drawing look right. So we crumple it and throw it away. If the teacher says, "You were talking," when you were not, we get angry. When we are mad, we want to say something mean, yell, or hit, or even break things. But feeling like I want to is not the same as doing it. Feeling the anger won't hurt anyone or get us in trouble, but doing something out of anger surely will. Once our anger rises, we should take control of it. When we are angry, we need to start thinking if our words and actions can cause trouble. It is here that we should prove ourselves to be different from animals. We should remember that an angry person cannot think correctly as anger fills his mind. Here's a short story. Once in a small village lived a man and his wife along with their newborn baby. One day the man found a small baby mongoose whose mother was killed. Taking pity on the baby mongoose, he got it home and gave it to his wife. They kept this mongoose in their house as a pet. The wife was very careful with her baby as she knew that the mongoose was a wild animal. Nevertheless, she loved it and she had noticed that the mongoose never tried to hurt her baby. One day, she put her baby in a cradle and went out to get some water from a nearby river. Her husband had gone out too, so the child was left alone in the house with the mongoose. Suddenly, a cobra entered the house and went near the cradle which the baby was sleeping in. When the mongoose saw the snake, it realized that the snake is its natural enemy. The mongoose wanted to save the child from the snake, so it pounced on the snake and cut it into pieces. Then it went out in search of the woman to show its bravery. When she saw the mongoose with blood around its mouth, she was tensed and filled with anger. She said, "What an ungrateful animal! You have killed my son," and threw the pot full of water on the mongoose with anger and killed it. Then she ran inside the house and she was shocked to see her son sleeping peacefully in the cradle, under which was a black snake lying dead, covered in blood and cut into pieces. She understood what must have happened. The mongoose killed the snake to save her son. She felt guilty for her actions. In anger, she had killed the mongoose who tried to save her baby. From this story, we learn that getting angry is natural, but the way we react to anger is totally in our hands. When we are angry, we need to control our thoughts, words, and actions. It is important that we should not immediately react when angry. We should wait a little longer for the anger to cool down. This will help us to understand what we need to do next. Like in the story, if the woman had to wait and first calm herself and find out what actually happened, she would not have killed the mongoose. Therefore, those who react too quickly when angry will make many mistakes. It will be too late when they realize their error. Some of them can never be undone. Let's now listen to what happened to Sammy. One day, a little boy named Sammy was really angry. He was so mad. He saw red fire. He screamed, stomping his feet. But he was still mad. He yelled, "I hate you! It's all your fault!" He ran to his room and slammed the door. But he was still mad. Sammy picked his toys up and threw them across the room. He felt sad. But he was still mad. So mad that he punched the wall. He hurt his hand. And now he was even more mad than before. Then he saw his parents fighting. Now he was a little scared. But his anger wouldn't go away. Why was Sammy mad, you ask? Well, that morning his friend Jenny bumped into him and never said sorry. He was a little mad. During recess, his favorite sandwich fell out of his tiffin box and everyone laughed. Now Sammy was even more mad. When he got home, his dad wouldn't play with him, so his anger grew bigger. Later, his mom didn't allow him to have a cookie before dinner, and that is why our little Sammy was so mad. By the end of the day, his anger grew so big that it started controlling him. He just wanted it to go away. So he cried and cried, not knowing what to do. Well, let's help Sammy control his anger and tell him what he should do next time he gets angry. First, Sammy needs to know if his anger feels like a heavy jacket. Oh yes, that's how we feel when we are really angry. It follows us wherever we go and just keeps getting heavier and heavier. It wouldn't let us do anything right. Maybe sometimes building anger also feels like a can of worms inside us. We hold on to angry feelings all the time. These feelings are like worms. We stuff these worms in a can and push them way down. The more we push them down, the worse we feel. That's exactly how Sammy felt. Okay, now that Sammy knows how being angry feels, he needs to see what he can do about it. Now, Sammy can move away when he starts getting angry. Our body tells us when we are getting mad, so we need to be aware. We start sweating, our heart beats fast, our stomach may feel tight, we curl up our fists into a ball and clench our teeth together. Now that Sammy is aware that he is angry and could possibly hit somebody, he needs to move away. When Sammy goes away, he can calm himself down. There are a lot of things Sammy can do to feel relaxed. He can drink water, cycle, count numbers from 10 to 1, draw, or write about his anger and feelings. It can be an ugly scribbling, or it can be just writing about how bad he felt the entire day. This paper can later go into the bin. Sammy can also mold his anger with molding clay. He can squeeze a soft toy till he feels better. It's a safe way to get the mads out. Another good way to get the anger out is by putting 10 fingers out and thinking of it as birthday candles. He can then slowly breathe in and blow each candle out. Now that Sammy feels his anger has become smaller, it's time to think of what words to use to go and talk to the person who made him angry. Talking is a great way to deal with anger. The words have to be nice and clear and should not hurt others' feelings. For example, if Sammy's mother scolds him for breaking a mug, he can calm himself down and say, "Mama, I felt bad that you scolded me." Maybe next time he breaks something, his mom will scold him again. But because he spoke about his feelings, he will feel better and there will be one less worm in his can. And about his parents fighting, Sammy needs to understand that grown ups get angry too. But when parents fight, they make up. It's a grown up's problem, it's not Sammy's problem. He can make a choice when his parents fight, and his choice is to move away and take care of himself. So, next time Sammy gets angry, he needs to check his feelings. If he is mad, he needs to move away. After that, he can calm himself down. When Sammy feels relaxed, he can talk to the person he is angry with. Now, Sammy will definitely feel great. We can do just the same as Sammy when we feel mad about something or someone. Remember, children, anger is a part of us, but we should not let it control us. It is always okay to feel angry, but it is never okay to yell at someone, hit, break things, or hurt yourself. Students, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you and have an amazing day.